Hello, I'm Lucano from Group One. This was one of the potential projects. The project was to create a school computer system, and the client is Da Vinci Tree Academy K through 8 charter school. We were asked to develop a software that was not web-based and could be loaded locally on the client's computer, allowing them to check library books. Key features that would have been included was user authentication and access control. It have user accounts for students, teachers, and librarians. Each account would have different permission levels to control access to systems features and data. Another feature is inventory management, which would help keep track of book inventory levels and availability, and also have an alert for when a book is missing or there's a low stock. Third feature would be security and data privacy. It would have data protection measures that prevent unauthorized access to user data. And last feature would be fines and fees. It would have an automatic calculation of fines for overdue books and a clear display of fine details and payment options. Our main concern with this choice was that the client is known to be very busy, which may negatively impact communication. Rather than using a school system, we chose another project because communication is so important. And thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Karen Villablanca, and for our second potential project is a volunteer management system for Deseret Industries. It's a nonprofit organization and a donation center. I was once a volunteer there and I witnessed their manual scheduling, which involves a logbook. So this is why I proposed this project with key features of user registration and profile management where volunteers can create accounts and manage their profiles, including adding their availability, skills, and any other preferences. A scheduling dashboard for administrators or supervisors to create, view, and edit volunteer schedules whenever necessary. An automated scheduling which implements which automatically assign volunteers to shifts based on their given availability, skills, and preferences. Shift notifications that sends automated notifications to the volunteer's phone number about their upcoming shifts and any schedule changes. Reporting and analytics provide reports on volunteer hours, attendance, and performance for organizational insights. Feedback mechanism allow volunteers to provide feedback on their shifts, helping the organization improve volunteer experiences. How's it gonna benefit the nonprofit organization? The automated system can reduce the time and effort required for manual scheduling. Volunteers will also have a more convenient way to schedule their commitments and track their hours. The organization can also gain valuable insights through analytics and feedback mechanisms, which I think it would be really good for the organization. Reasons why we didn't proceed with this project: the implementation of scheduling algorithms might be a little too complex or might get a little too complex for the scope of our capstone project given the limited time frame. And then without the inclusion of automated scheduling and notifications, the project might become too simple and not fully address the organization's needs. Lastly, the collaboration process is a little bit tedious, which includes submitting proposals and questionnaires to higher level managers within the nonprofit and wait for a decision that might also require more time.
Our third potential project is a private collection database system for Mike Roll. Um, he needs a database that can handle several different kinds of entries to inventory his collection. Some are small historical pieces, some are books. So he would like there to be pictures and or scans depending on the item. He would also like there to be a feature that allows him to upload some of these items to the web, to a website for public viewing. He would like to share some of what he has as much as possible with others. Um, he mentioned interest in a location tracker. Perhaps RFID tagged items um, might be passed around, and he would like those locations to be logged and updated within the database. He expressed interest in a security system, and so this system that we are designing would accept input from the automated systems and alert users to potential issues. Finally, some other collections or museums may want to apply for some of the items he's shared. And so, doing this probably online, the system could receive applications from the website and log them into the database just to keep a historical record of anybody who's requested an item or a donation. Our benefits for this project are that this is a pretty specific system made for one person. It's not something you could probably easily buy off the shelf. So this is sort of an interesting project that might challenge us in some ways. The client himself is very readily available for communication. He is enthusiastic about helping us out. And he is also a very organized and focused person. He knows what he wants, so that helps us in the design phase. However, a simple database might not be enough for a project, so hopefully some of these features will beef up the complexity to meet standards. And finally, even though he is a very organized and collected person, some of these features, like the website, are just not implemented yet, whereas something like a Papa John's system, everything is there for you to see and know exactly what you need. So despite being focused and knowing what he wants, not having the actual systems in place might make it more complicated to make decisions on what we want.
Hello, I'm Alexander Ochtorena. I'm the project manager for the group LARK, and here are things we considered when choosing our final project. The project must include all requirements set within the rubric. When we were taking on the project, we carefully reviewed the rubric and guidelines to ensure that required components are completed and will be able to be submitted correctly. The client must be easy to get in contact with. This is super important. Having good communication with our client throughout the project is vital to the success of the project. The client should be responsive to emails, calls, and questions in a timely manner, such as within 24 to 48 hours, which is a pretty fair time. The project must be complex enough to allow for real-life practice. It should be pretty close to real-world conditions and constraints as much as possible, and require strong project management. The client must be available to talk and discuss the project. Super important. Again, with the other one, direct access to client throughout the project enables clarifying questions and collaboratively making decisions. Next, our project selection was a book information system. We decided to pick Luke's stepfather as the client. The reasons why: he's available, which is mainly the reason we chose his project. His project includes all requirements for the project. Luke's stepfather is available to talk and discuss the project with us, which is super important. The project includes making a book database for Luke's stepfather. His father has a book collection, and this database will allow for easy use for him. This will include a simple system to add a book and remove one, and search throughout the database for one book. Alright, later.